Ever wondered why a bunny lays eggs during Easter? It's a curious thought, isn't it? The gates of our secret garden are now open. Welcome to the monastery lost in the woods. That hidden place where you and me are going to sit together and have a chat in peace. Tonight, under a full moon. We are going to talk about the real meaning of Easter. The Easter we celebrate today is a blend of joyous feasts, egg hunts, and cute bunnies. Yet it's also a profound religious celebration, commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. An interesting juxtaposition, wouldn't you agree? But have you ever paused to consider where these symbols and practices come from? Why a rabbit, an animal not known for its egg-laying abilities, has become an emblem of this holiday? Or why we die and hunt for eggs, a ritual seemingly disconnected from the religious narrative? These customs, as familiar as they are, hold a mystery that many of us overlook. They are echoes from a distant past, shadows of ancient rituals, and beliefs that have woven themselves into the fabric of our modern celebrations. To solve this enigma, we must journey back to the dawn of civilization. Before crosses and bunnies, there were ancient rites and deities. Our story begins in a time shrouded by the mists of antiquity, where the changing of seasons was of paramount importance. With the arrival of spring, life was breathed back into the world, and this cycle of death and rebirth became a central theme in many ancient cultures. Let's cast our minds back to the pre-Christian era, where the vernal equinox marked a time of celebration. It was a time to honor the goddess Ostara, a deity of dawn and light, whose name became the root for our modern term, Easter. She was revered in the Germanic pagan tradition, embodying the spirit of renewal that spring brought with it. The imagery associated with Ostara is deeply rooted in symbols of fertility. The most notable of these are hares and eggs. Yes, you heard it right. The Easter bunny and the Easter egg are not Christian inventions. They are remnants of a time when the hare was revered as a symbol of fertility and abundance, owing to its prolific breeding habits. Similarly, the egg, with its potential to bring forth life, was seen as a potent symbol of creation and rebirth. But why would these symbols find a place in our modern Easter celebrations? Well, the answer lies in the artful blending carried out by the early Christian church. As Christianity spread across Europe, it encountered a plethora of existing pagan practices. Instead of outrightly rejecting these customs, the church incorporated them into their own narratives, thereby making the new religion more palatable to the pagan populace. The spring equinox, the celebration of Ostara, the fertility symbols of the hare and the egg, all were woven into the fabric of the Christian Easter. They transformed into a celebration of the resurrection of Christ, marking his victory over death and embodying the theme of rebirth and renewal. But as history would have it, these ancient traditions were not left untouched. As we'll see in the next part of our journey, these pagan roots would continue to influence and shape the way Easter is celebrated, even in our modern world. In the sprawling empire of Rome, a new power rose, the Church. As Christianity began to spread its influence across the ancient world, it faced a challenge. The people held on to their ancestral traditions, their pagan festivals and rituals, and these were difficult to eradicate. So, the Church adopted a different strategy. They began to assimilate these pagan traditions, reinterpreting them within the context of Christian theology. The festival of Easter, named after the pagan goddess Ostara, was no exception. The church took this celebration of rebirth and renewal and linked it with the resurrection of Christ. Ostara, the goddess of dawn, was celebrated during the spring equinox, a time symbolizing rebirth after the harsh winter. The church, seeing parallels with the story of Jesus' resurrection, decided to repurpose these symbols for their own narrative. The egg, a potent symbol of fertility and new life, was associated with the resurrection of Christ, a new life after death. The hare, a creature known for its prolific breeding, became a symbol of the abundant new life that Christ's resurrection promises. But it wasn't just about symbols. The church went a step further. They incorporated the timing of the pagan festival into their calendar. Easter is still celebrated on the first Sunday after the first full moon following the vernal equinox, a timing that holds true to its pagan roots. This appropriation wasn't without controversy. Many hardcore Christians felt that incorporating pagan elements diluted the purity of their faith. But the church saw it as a necessary compromise, a way to ease the transition for converts, and spread the Christian message far and wide. Thus, the ancient rites were cloaked in new garb, but their roots remained. Beneath the Christian veneer, the echoes of old pagan traditions still resonate, a testament to the enduring power of these ancient symbols and rituals, and their ability to adapt and survive through the ages. Fast forward to today, when the world is a melting pot of traditions and beliefs. Easter, once rooted in pagan rituals, has evolved into a multifaceted celebration with a myriad of interpretations. Let's take a moment to delve into the modern, and perhaps darker, customs associated with this holiday. Witches, for instance, have their unique way of honoring Easter. They regard it as a time of rebirth and renewal, aligning with the spring equinox. The holiday becomes a mystical celebration of life, fertility, and the cyclical nature of the universe. Rituals often involve the creation of sacred spaces, the casting of spells, and the invocation of deities associated with fertility, such as the goddess Ostara. Likewise, Satanists have their Easter observances. Contrary to popular belief, these practices are not about devil worship, but rather about celebrating individualism and personal power. For Satanists, Easter marks a time of indulgence and personal reflection. They may engage in rituals that emphasize their commitment to their beliefs and reject traditional religious dogmas. Now, let's hop over to a symbol synonymous with Easter, the bunny. While it's a cute and cuddly mascot for most, in the occult realm, it signifies something more profound. The bunny, or hare, is an ancient symbol of fertility and springtime abundance owing to its prolific breeding habits. The colors red and white, often associated with Easter, have their occult meanings as well. Red symbolizes blood, life, and vitality, while white represents purity and the divine. Interestingly enough, these symbols have found their way into modern pop culture. Consider the Playboy bunny, an iconic logo that's no stranger to controversy. This symbol, a stylized rabbit head wearing a bow tie, is an intriguing blend of innocence and provocation. While it's easy to dismiss it as merely a branding choice, one can't help but wonder if there's an occult connection. After all, the Playboy bunny embodies fertility, allure, and a certain degree of mystique, elements that align perfectly with the occult interpretation of the Easter bunny. In essence, Easter has become a tapestry woven with threads of various beliefs, traditions, and interpretations, each adding a unique color and texture. From witches celebrating the goddess Ostara to Satanists indulging in personal reflection, from the symbolic significance of bunnies and colors to their intriguing incorporation into pop culture, Easter is no longer just a Christian holiday. It's a global event with a fascinatingly diverse range of observances. In this digital age, the old is being rediscovered and reinterpreted. As we continue to explore and understand these diverse interpretations of Easter, we realize that the holiday has come a long way from its pagan roots. And yet, those roots continue to thrive, subtly influencing modern celebrations in ways we might not even realize. The internet, a tool of the present, is breathing life into the past. In the digital age, the resurgence of pagan and occult rituals is a testament to the power of information sharing. The World Wide Web serves as a virtual cauldron where ancient traditions stir together with modern curiosities. Easter, with its rich tapestry woven from pagan roots, is no exception. For many, the internet has become a gateway to the past, a portal to forgotten practices and uncharted mysteries. Online communities, forums, and social media platforms have become the sanctuaries for those seeking to reconnect with the ancient traditions of Easter. They offer a space to share knowledge, to learn and unlearn, to challenge and to question. Through these digital channels, the seeds of occult and pagan rituals are being sowed afresh. Ancient symbols like the Easter bunny, once shrouded in layers of Christian reinterpretation, are being reclaimed. The red and white, the egg and the hare are finding their way back to their pagan roots, shedding the veils of misinterpretation. And as for the future of pagan Easter celebrations, it looks promising. The digital age has not only enabled the revival of old traditions, but has also fostered a spirit of innovation. New interpretations and practices are emerging, blending the old with the new, the ancient with the modern. The future of Easter may well see a return to its origins, a time when the Easter equinox was not just a date on the calendar, but a cosmic event of profound significance. A time when the red and white of Easter were not just colors, but powerful symbols of life and rebirth. The resurgence of pagan Easter traditions is not a mere trend, but a journey of rediscovery and reclamation, a journey that takes us back to our roots, to the essence of our celebrations. As we look forward, we find ourselves returning to the past, rediscovering and reclaiming the hidden roots of our traditions. Easter isn't just about bunnies and eggs, it's also a potent time for some unconventional practices. The symbols of fertility associated with Easter have deeper connotations than what meets the eye. The rabbit, a symbol of fertility, and the egg, a symbol of rebirth, are potent symbols in the practice of sex magic. This practice, rooted in ancient pagan rituals, harnesses the energies of sexual activity for magical purposes. Easter, a celebration of life and rebirth, is considered by many practitioners as a cosmic time for practicing sex magic. The equinox, a time of equal day and night, symbolizes balance and harmony, conditions that are believed to enhance the potency of sex magic rituals. It's a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its thinnest, allowing for a more profound connection with the energies of the universe. In the modern age, practitioners of sex magic incorporate these ancient rites into their Easter celebrations in various ways. Some may perform rituals involving symbols of fertility. Others might engage in sexual activities with a specific intention in mind, harnessing the energy generated to manifest their desires. So Easter isn't just a time for egg hunts and chocolate bunnies. It's also a time for tapping into the potent energies of life and rebirth. It's a time to reconnect with our primal energies, to celebrate fertility, and to harness the power of sexual energy for spiritual growth and transformation. As we delve deeper into the pagan roots of Easter, we uncover layers of symbolism and meaning that challenge our conventional understanding of this festival. The digital age has opened up avenues for us to explore these ancient practices, to learn, to question, and to evolve our own interpretations. Easter, in its true essence, isn't just a celebration of rebirth, but a celebration of life in all its raw, potent, and transformative glory. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the enigma of Easter. We've explored the pagan roots, the church's appropriation, modern interpretations, and even the occult connections. We've discovered that Easter isn't just a celebration of rebirth, but a celebration of life in all its raw, potent, and transformative glory. Now, it's your turn. What are your thoughts on these interpretations of Easter? Do you have your own theories or insights to share? We invite you to join the conversation in the comments below. If you found this deep dive into the mysteries of Easter informative and intriguing, please give this video a like. Your support helps us to continue exploring fascinating topics like this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. The gates of our secret garden are now closed,